Welcome back. It's another beautiful Saturday here in the studio with your hosts, Ken and Neil.
And another attempt at video. Yes. So we'll see this time if we got the system equipped for it, the equipment necessary to do it.
I'm predicting another Challenger flight.
Right.
What I'm predicting, yeah. But you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. Rome wasn't built in a day, I believe is what they say. Is that correct?
No. It was like a couple days.
I took your headset this time. Is
that what that is?
Yeah. Does it sound better for you now?
No, it's fine. It's always been fine. I don't know. The viewers are just watching you twist over there.
Well, watch me twist away.
Well,
I grabbed you. I'm normally this one. Doesn't matter.
Oh. Well.
What do you got, man? Well, no, excuse us. I'm all disheveled and beside myself because of video here.
Yeah. A little off.
You can't forget that we do have the YINZBOYZ hotline, which is 412-613-1116.
I do see an issue where you place that because your beers are kind of in the way.
For you.
Yeah.
But by that time that you're going to do it, they'll be gone.
Yeah.
They'll
be strewn about.
Thrown.
Well, try to keep the studio clean.
Moderately. We don't want to live in filth and squalor up here.
Not up here.
No, everywhere else. But the creative space, we try to keep it moderately clean. Anyways, you can also visit our website, YINZBOYZ.com, or email us any concerns at therealyinzboys@gmail.com. I encourage them.
I got to say, happy Hanukkah for our Jewish listeners out there.
Absolutely.
It's yesterday was the first day of Hanukkah, but you know.
Yep.
I did because we have video now. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe.
We'll see. Yeah.
I brought a prop in. I feel it was fitting for our Jewish listeners.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Well, bring it out. Maybe put it up against the wall right there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of large, you know. But I don't know if they can see this.
Oh, they can see anything from here above. So that's why I said, if you want, here, look, do one of these. It's a prop. Look at that.
It's kind of heavy. I don't know if it's going to sit there.
Yeah. Just mind our P's and Q's there. Yeah. I like it.
Well, it's beautiful, made in Israel, just very, very seasonal, you know.
It's comically big, in my opinion. It's too hard to use. I have very small hands. That gun,
Jack Kelly's situation.
That gun is too fucking big for me.
It's
badass.
Not big. It's not really a practical gun.
Yeah, I would say that.
It's more of for fun.
It functions just fine. Trust me, and I can shoot it just fine. However,
if you don't limp wrist it, yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Easy to do, but it's pretty sweet. I think it's a Mark XIX, actually made in Israel, not made in Minnesota, like all the new...
Magnum Research, should that be the new company that manufactures?
Yes, Magnum Research. They bought the patent. I don't know if they created originally, IMI bought it, then IWI became IWI.
I see.
But that's IMI, Israeli Military Industries, made in Israel, pretty rare, titanium nitride, so gold... Badass. Yeah,
very badass. On the same topic of holidays, we have a very special occasion this weekend here.
Oh, yes. A YINZBOYZ holiday tradition.
It really is, and no one else does this.
Oh, I can't even do the soundboard.
Shit. I'm all beside myself here. Sorry about that. Here, you got your board back. A YINZBOYZ tradition.
It is.
We call it Guinness Christmas. And I decided this year, because we had two days, but as we're getting older and obligation is hard, so we're going to combine these two things from here on out. I think it works really well that way. So we have my wife really likes to do Christmas decorations and whatnot, to the point where it's got to look good. Whereas, like me growing up and whatnot, like we like to just we can put anything on the tree, colors.
Put the tree up and just put the fucking ornaments.
Yeah, like you know what? I get you like that clean look, but it's not for me. I like multicolored lights. I like bullshit on the trees, all that. So she allowed me to have a Christmas tree in the basement. which is the Guinness tree. So I said, okay, you're going to let me have my tree in the basement. I'm really trashing it up. I decorated it with Guinness cans. It initially started with the white Christmas tree and the black Guinness cans. It had a nice aesthetic. Now it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Everything goes on there. Any beer can, any piece of lighting. It doesn't matter. Junk, that's down in the shop.
The tradition is everybody who comes to the party has to drink a Guinness and put the can on the tree.
That's it. Yeah. Jacqueline wants you guys to sign it this year. I don't know why, but she can.
She's going to keep the cans?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
it's good scrap.
Do it or don't. I don't care.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm going to write something funny on it.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And on top of the other tradition that we'd always done in the winter, because I have a wood burning stove in the basement, we do exotic grilled cheeses, right? So we combined them this year. So it'll be Guinness decorating tree, Guinness Miss Christmas, and the
cheese.
Exotic cheese.
Yeah.
So we take it to the next level. So the wood stove, we'll get nice Irish butter and we'll pan fry it, and we have exotic bread. So I got brioche, right, and I got what?
It's kind of exotic. Not for me.
No, but for a grilled cheese, I would say it's exotic.
Grilled cheese is like a
white bread, American cheese.
Poor man's type of food. So
sure, yeah.
That's why we class it up. We try to, at least.
Yeah, we try. It won't, but we'll try. But anyways, so brioche, and then I got sourdough.
Okay.
So those two loaves, along with that, I got some Munster, some Havarti, and some aged type cheddar. I got the same one you did, except the other one. So you got the creamy, whatever, I forget whatever it is. Yeah, of course, yeah. And I got dry aged.
Yeah, you're dry. You're looking dry over.
Right. You
need to be oiled down.
So I'm looking forward to see what John is supplying to the mix, and there's a couple other people coming over again too, just for the festivities. So looking forward to it.
It'll be a good time. I like it every year. It is. It's been going on probably since your old house.
It definitely has been. Oh, 100%. Now the new tradition of the exotic grilled cheeses started here because I didn't have a wood burning stove at the old house.
Yeah, Derek's a big fan.
He is. We'll have to put that picture, jamming it in his face.
We had this video, Ken. We were jokingly like, "Oh, Derek, here, we're gonna get this video of you eating this, like taking a bite," and Ken fucking mashed it in his face.
Yeah,
it's pretty. He was not a fan.
No, but he ended up eating it.
Oh, it was a good grilled cheese.
Yeah, you can't waste it, but it was very. It's like someone slaps you. It doesn't hurt, but it's like
it's like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, that sort of thing. It was unnecessary, but
of course,
it's pretty funny.
He deserved it.
Who, Chris Rock?
No, Derek.
Oh yeah, Derek did. Chris Rock didn't.
No. That was just
that was hilarious. The Jimmy Jane thing. That was funny.
Keep your wife's name out of my fucking mouth, dude.
Your wife's fucking all these other dudes. You're allegedly gay, getting butt fucked by this.
Allegedly, yeah.
Name. I mean, it's so.
Can I do this because of my autism? This is the first time we're recording on this one. Let me just walk up here real quick.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
I gotta see it.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not gonna do this multiple times because this is a test run.
Who wants to bet that
I do this every
I was every 10 minutes you're gonna get up and check the fucking camera?
Well, we need someone a full-time employee that sits behind it the whole time. Not paid.
No.
A non-affiliate.
Yeah, I was gonna say not associated.
Maybe just like a roadie.
Well, I mean, like a young Zoomer suck boy.
Yeah, that's what we need.
It's kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, either way, if this video is in fact working and we get it to happen this time, you're looking at the studio for the first time ever. This is where we spend our time.
Yeah.
Editing, recording, doing all that.
It's a great studio.
It works.
It's a little short in the ceiling for me, but
it's a little long in the tooth. Yeah.
Yeah. The teeth are pretty fucking long on that bitch.
Oh, shit. Well, what do you have to unpack this episode?
I got some good news. Well, not good news, but some interesting current events. So I don't know if you've been hearing, but a lot of these Iran-backed cyber criminals who are hacking a lot of infrastructure systems in the United States. There's one recently here in Pittsburgh, a water treatment plant, I believe in Butler.
No, it was in Beaver County.
Beaver. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Near my old house, actually, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, a little more east, but
Yeah, well, yeah,
or
same.
west, excuse me.
It would have been
Probably same.
same facility
Yeah, same
actually
facility.
that treated our water. Yeah,
Well, didn't do a very great job, but
yeah. I never drank that water.
But,
That's all I'm saying.
interesting because I mean, all the software they're using is Israeli software. It's kind of weird that like we can just say, "Oh, it's Iran," and it's not like there's ulterior motives there. Like we want to start a war with them or anything like that. You know,
No,
nothing like that.
just it's strange that of all places in the United States,
The shitter plant.
in Allegheny or in Beaver County, Pennsylvania,
Yeah, weird.
very strange. It's funny too. It's almost comical because if you look at the news,
yeah,
and they show the image, it was
What
just
is this?
yeah, it was like someone did it on clip art or something with like a Star of David.
We'll roll it in.
Yeah,
If the video works out, we'll roll this in.
we'll have to find a way to chop that in there. I'm not a good video editor, so we'll either put it in or
we'll
not.
We'll find a way. We'll find
In
it.
the future,
But
we will.
It's literally like 8-bit pixel art. Very funny.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah,
I don't know. It's just it was definitely Iran though, for sure.
yeah.
Guaranteed.
It wasn't anybody else.
It wasn't us.
It wasn't me.
I'm not smart enough, honestly.
No,
When it
no,
comes to electronics,
no.
I'm full retard.
I can barely get this podcast set up. You know, but we make it happen. But
We're just getting video now, maybe.
if we even get the video after this,
I don't know.
There's a camera in front of us. That doesn't mean it's going to be working by the time they listen to
This is
this.
the second attempt, so we'll see.
Yeah, a third time's a charm. We'll probably work out the kinks on this one.
Yeah, we're getting there. So that's just one thing. Other current events. Venezuela really trying to annex Guyana.
Didn't hear that.
Small oil-rich nation next to Venezuela. Venezuela is also very oil-rich, but and then U.S. joint military exercises going on there right now in Guyana because, yeah, we can't really let you have that oil.
Well, they need it.
It's kind of in our backyard. We're going to need to have that.
What do they need it for?
What do you mean? What do they need it for? Whoa! For sure. Well, yeah, it's all about the money, obviously. Military-industrial complex.
Sure.
Standard procedure. But, just in light, like, I don't know, because we just recently, like, we'll ease up the sanctions on Venezuela if you guys have free and fair elections that we get to oversee. So Maduro, I think he's like, I don't know if this is a good deal for me. It's kind of probably one of these. It's going to end up,
For someone.
real Gaddafi situation or
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein situation.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We kind of do that to countries. That's sort of our thing.
Well, I'm not agreeing one side or another. I'm going to tell you that right now. All I know is that if you have the power and you want to maintain that power, you need the resources to maintain that power.
Absolutely.
So you get them by any means necessary to maintain your power.
All's fair in love and war.
Sure.
Sure. Sure, guy.
Keep me the fuck out of it. Keep my name out of their mouth, dude.
Keep my fucking oil.
Out of your mouth. I want nothing to do with that shit. I want to keep doing what I do and provide and be as self-sufficient as possible for myself. But at the end of the day, there's always someone that you have to rely on in this day and age. I get it. But the more that you can be self-sustainable, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I can't manufacture my own petrol, right?
we could. Yeah, we could do biodiesel.
Well, you could. I don't even have something to run it other than my tractor. But yes, I see your angle. You're right.
We could do alcohol here. Alcohol.
I have.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, for personal use. That's
Oh,
legal
yeah.
in Pennsylvania. Yeah, up to 200 gallons a year, I believe, is what it is.
Well, let's
Not for sale.
Make sure we hit that quota.
Yeah, not for retail. Oh, you go right up to it, not a drop over.
Maybe one or two. We'll see.
Well, that's
I
just,
can't control it.
the cat drank a little bit out of it.
Well, I mean, he's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Have we ever talked about your cat?
I don't know that. I don't know. I
think on the old podcast we talked about Scratch.
Yeah, so we can start with Scratch.
I think we should because you talk about your shop cats.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've always, since I've been homeowner.
I mean, we could bring him in on the video, but I don't want to.
Yeah, won't do it right now, but maybe in the future. But
Yeah.
I've always had a shop cat whether that was in my little barn at the old house or here at the
coop.
actual shop.
The coop.
The coop. Yeah, there you go.
The backyard hovel.
The backyard hovel. Yes. But not only for my own personal gain, because I just enjoy a nice, well-behaved shop cat that hangs out with me and keeps me company when I'm doing my work, but a Mauser, right? So in every place that I've lived, I mean, we're just riddled with rodents.
Standard Western Pennsylvania, the whole everywhere. There's fucking mice, rats, rodents everywhere.
So he's dual purpose, right? So I've always had one.
But he's verse.
He's transverse. But I mean, yeah. Either way, the first one we had, his name was Scratch. Great cat. Probably one of the best cats.
He had an affinity for a certain herb.
Oh, he loved it. I mean, he loved the smell of it more than I do.
He would eat it.
Oh yeah, you don't leave it out.
Yeah,
you're not getting it back. But
he was a good, lovable cat, though. Very personable.
Yes,
very chill.
Mm-hmm. I've had good luck with shop cats. I really have.
Yeah.
That one had disappeared one day, never came back, as cats are one to do, especially if they're outside.
Outdoor cats.
And mine are indoor outdoors, right? So
he was more outdoor because he lived in the fucking coop, right?
Technically, it's out. I mean, it was indoors. It was in a facility, but yeah. You're right. He had a door, though, that can go in and out.
Yeah.
Which was sweet, but also probably part of his demise because he can come and go as he pleased, and then something else could have came in and
had his way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really.
I hope
grabbed
not.
It. Yeah.
What I think happened, what I want to think happened in my mind, I'm looking for I don't know what the dream world sound effect, but
yeah,
that he found some family and they were just like, oh, this cat's so good, and they just took him and. He's still being loved at this time.
I hope so.
I hope the raccoons didn't get him.
Yeah.
Or the foxes.
Right. But so neither here nor there. We had found Jacqueline and I were sitting at a bar near our old house, and we were just
ones to do on occasion.
Yeah, not anymore.
Back in the day,
not with a kid. I never. I don't think I've been to the bar.
You can bring the kid to the bar.
Yeah, you can, but it was different. Like her and I sit actually at the bar stool at the bar, have some dinner, lunch, whatever, and talk and BS when we had time. But now it's obviously the kid. It doesn't happen. So
work kid.
We were sitting there. And we're like, we haven't really missed Scratch. We have to, let's see if we can get another cat. And I wanted one particularly for, the barn, the coop, that area. So, and she was like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It stays outside anyways, for the most part. Mm-hmm. So we were going across Facebook looking for it. And someone had a cat.
The Zuck.
Yeah. It was just like, hey, this just showed up on our porch. It's severely emaciated. I mean, like weather beaten. Like it's like someone. Yeah, it's like if someone wants to take it, it's definitely a stray, no collars, anything like that. And I said, hey, if no one says this is their cat, like we'll come and we'll take it off your hands. Well, they were real adamant about it, 'cause I guess the ad had been up for some time or whatever, and we were just like, let's just go get this cat. So grabbed it. This fucking thing, dude, I'm telling you, I don't know if you remember at first.
It was fucking tiny.
Bro, it was
tiny.
And I'm not talking like a kitten. I mean like
bone cat, full-grown cat. Like
I didn't think it was gonna make it.
No,
when we got it, but we fattened it up real good. Started coming back alive. It was actually too. It walks real funny because it was frostbitten on one of its hind legs, and its ears were both frostbitten. The tops are like this and all like curled down. And we were like, all right, we got a botch job cat, but we'll bring it back to life and it'll be fine. It started finally growing, I guess, like its winter coat after that too, which wasn't doing. It probably couldn't have the nutrients to do it. Yeah. So it started growing its winter coat, started thickening up, eating a lot. Mm-hmm. Then his ears fell off, which
they did come off. But that's
not the whole way. So it looks like a pit bull or something where like someone cut them or clipped them.
Doberman bobbed ears.
Yeah, right. But
docked ears.
Right. But not because. Obviously, we did that because they were frostbitten and they fell off. So we had them the one day, and I was like, "What do I do with these ears?" Because I just found them in the house.
Well, I know what we did with them.
We know what we decided to do. We gave them back to God.
Yeah, we sent them to space
where they were designed. So we put them on some bottle rockets and shot them up. Never saw them again. But that's what you do with, what else? I can't just
cat ears. I don't know what am I going to do with them.
I can't throw away like a biological,
perfectly good cat ears.
It's a biohazard. I can't throw away body parts in the trash or anything, so I just had to disintegrate them with mortars.
Well, like I said, they're out there somewhere.
They became part of the universe again.
Well, they're probably up in the sky in stars now.
Sure, yeah.
It's like when you burn trash.
That's what makes stars.
The good smoky smell in the studio.
Yeah.
We're very green. We burn trash here.
Mm-hmm. Plastic, everything. Yeah. Some metals. We get it hot enough, burn some metals.
This place runs on trash.
It really does. And I mean, I'm trash, so.
Well, we're classy.
Classy
trash, you know. I'm like a country club trash.
Sure.
You know.
I'm more like trailer park trash.
Yeah, but that's still cool. You know?
Sure, yeah.
You're more like classy trailer park, you know.
We'll see.
Like a double wide.
Yeah, like not quite a modular home.
No.
One step below, just a double side by side.
Yeah,
not one that you buy that comes pre-attached.
No,
I put two together.
Out the door.
Yeah, and there's a breezeway between both of them. Yeah. You're following. Yeah.
Hey, it's classy.
It's very classy.
Very classy. Very high class.
But yeah, that's all I guess to end that. So we named him Bump.
He's got a little.
He's black, all black, except for one spot right under his nose, and then it goes under his neck a little bit. That's up for the viewers and the listeners to.
It's a cocaine reference.
Yeah.
It's a joking. You know,
it's a joke. His name's Bump. But if anybody asks, that's like because the kid calls him Bump, and and they'll be like, "Oh, anybody comes over, what's his name? Bump." And they're like, "Oh, that's a weird name." Why? And I'm like, because when he was young, he was real dumb and he used to bump into the walls all the time.
That was
his face.
He was just starving to death.
yeah, right.
His brain just wasn't functioning.
No, it is now. A little too hard.
Yeah, he's a very affectionate cat.
I think that's for a very good reason, too. I think animals know.
You saved him.
Yeah, and we give him a good life. We really do.
He loves it here.
Yep. He's got a huge shop he lives in. He gets to eat stuff and hunt outside.
My fucking house.
There you have it. So he's just... He's living his dream, and he's providing a service for me, so it's worth the very little amount of food that I have to buy to feed one cat.
He's a good cat, too.
I like him, yeah. He stinks, but...
Yeah, he does stink on occasion. He tries to rub his butthole on you. It's kind of like, get the fuck out of here.
He goes out and,
rubs into the dead corpses of the shit that he catches. And
that's what he does. He's an outdoor cat,
He stinks sometimes.
He fucking... most times, he stinks. Yeah. Yeah, man.
He's a good cat.
He's a good cat. What else you got in the docket, man?
Oh, so this is going to freak you out a little bit.
Don't freak me out on camera.
Oh, no. Well, no, it's good for the listeners, too, because you should. This goes back to the always be prepared, have a plan. There have been a string of break-ins, I believe, in California, like Los Angeles area, if I recall correctly.
Okay. Pop it up. So we're not lying.
Well, let me see. Indian Hill and Amberley Village, which I believe are neighborhoods. That's San Diego. I'll have to look. But anyway, so this string of break-ins. This is in Texas, excuse me. But I know there's also Keanu Reeves' house just got busted into for a second time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Stole all his guns and shit for a second time. But this gang, quote unquote, is using cell phone jammers when they break into your house.
So you can't call the cops or anything?
Wi-Fi jammers too, so your alarm system doesn't transmit anything.
No shit.
And it's just spooky shit.
That's real spooky. You're talking about smart criminals.
Well, you're talking about like Fed government like shit that the average person can't get their hands on.
You can't just go on Amazon and buy a Wi-Fi jammer, and if you can, it's not going to be powerful enough to do.
You can make your own.
Oh, you can.
People have done it, and it's not hard to do, but it's very illegal. The FCC will be all over your cock.
Really?
But in commission of a fucking crime, bro, it's just scary shit that like people are doing this.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? Unless they can do a hot lead jammer.
I was going to say, I don't know. You're kind of stuck on that one.
Though, only from homes, right?
Well, yeah. That's the thing is, preferably if somebody's going to rob my house, I'd rather not be there.
Sure, because I don't want to go through the hassle, and we talked about this.
It's going to be a mess.
Oh yeah, then
it's going to be a bloody
stains
mess.
in my floor have to get replaced, and
my homeowner's insurance. My rate's going to go through the roof.
You have bullet holes in your roof.
There's going to be a lot of holes everywhere.
Oh man, the place gonna be trash. It's gonna be a total loss.
It's just bulldoze it at that point.
Well, and look, what about the mental duress? You can't even live in that house anymore.
I can't work anymore. I can't. I'm gonna be on disability, permanent 100% disability my whole life.
Permanent.
It's unfortunate that I'm just gonna have to just millions of dollars a year. Inflation adjusted, obviously.
Sure. I mean,
because that $1 million isn't going to be worth a whole lot here.
Right.
In 20, 30 years,
Just, it's just a shame. And I don't know how I would ever live that way with that, that little amount of money. I just don't know what I would do with that.
To be fair, $1 million, there was just something I was reading the other day. $1 million is not that much money.
No, I mean, still is to me. Holy shit!
Well,
but I see what you mean.
Where we live, yes.
But look at even a house right now. The average house out where I'm living,
400K
right.
is the average home in the United States.
Is that the number? I didn't know that.
500-ish. But
now, of course, you can get a house for $50,000 in downtown, or not even downtown, in the suburbs of Detroit.
Well, probably a pretty good deal, honestly.
Probably
bounce back eventually.
Gentrify it, right?
It's happening. It's happening all over. I mean, that's how it works.
It is how it works, but also why you will see crime outside of urban areas too, because the crime has to go somewhere. Just because you decide to take a crack house that was $30,000 and drive the crackheads out, and sell the house for $200,000 that they can't buy, they have to go somewhere.
Well, they have to. I mean.
Well, crackheads are not criminals, whatever it is.
Where's the crack going to be?
And I'm not saying that urban areas are the only place susceptible to crime.
Here, Ken?
No. What I'm saying is that crime exists everywhere, but per capita, the most crime is going to be in urban areas.
Yeah, most destitute areas.
Yeah,
simple as.
Poverty too and crime go hand in hand together. It's just a sad but true situation. Sorry,
I'm not really sad.
If I was impoverished and I needed to eat or to get whatever I am personally addicted to, right, at that time, do you think that you would just go and get what you want, right?
Well, I mean, I don't get got.
Right? I'll have a Wi-Fi jammer.
I'm a dupey. You're a dupey. I'm a duper.
A dupus?
Dupus. Dobis. Dobis PR, everybody.
LOC.
Not yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Merch dropping soon.
Yes, that's another good topic to bring up and segue into. Neil is we've been working together a little bit. He did most of the legwork here.
Whoa! Don't say we're working together.
Well, we're working. We're working together. He had pulled the trigger on the final stages of shirts that are coming out in koozies.
Yeah.
With our copyrighted.
No, it's all copyrighted.
Yeah, our copyrighted logo, everything that's on there.
It's not really a logo.
Yeah, right.
It's a brand.
Brand, let's call it that, because we can change the font however we want.
Doesn't matter.
Unless we want to copyright a specific font. I don't want to go that road yet.
No, that's too autistic.
Gay. Yeah. But so there'll be shirts coming soon, American made.
Yeah, all made in the USA, printed here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, great. They'll be a little pricier, but we wanted to stick to that route of U.S.
Made. The koozies are not. Let's be very
real. Oh, yeah. But they're good Chinese.
Maybe.
Oh, we don't know.
I don't know yet.
You're going to get a sample yet?
We'll see. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Well, you're going to see them soon if the video works.
Yeah, we'll pop them out here. We'll have a...
We'll probably put the shirts on at least for once they come in to help push some of the merch.
We'll Pooh Bear, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. We've been dealing with a couple different groups on Instagram that want to kind of help us out. We want to help them out situation.
Well, get the merch out there.
Yep. Exactly.
People want it. We have to give it to them.
Well, we want to sell it. And they want us to throw probably a little bit of a drop on the podcast for them.
Oh, yeah. We already kind of have, but we'll keep doing that,
Yeah, we'll just we'll make it work, man. It's networking and
make bread when the bread is
ready to be made.
Yeah.
And the bread's ready.
It's been ready.
The yeast is overflowing and it's ready to be baked.
It's infected with yeast.
A reference from another episode, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a Bigfoot guy. We're working on the sign, too.
I don't know that I brought up that, speaking of that sign and the Bigfoot, did we recap on the last time I had communications with him?
No, I don't think so. Because we had talked about it on the pod. You were going to go back.
So
I don't think we did.
We went back and tried our good cop, bad cop thing with this motherfucker.
It's Boomer.
Yeah.
Julian.
Yeah. Julian. Yeah.
Not the trailer park boy.
Right.
He's not that cool.
No.
Not anywhere near.
No.
Some
doesn't even register.
Boomer curmudgeon, but.
So I went and different account. I have a high rated eBay account. I've had it for a long time. You know, it's at least looks a little bit better than, not saying than you, but then it doesn't look like we're associated, right?
No, we're not associated.
Right. So I waited what, almost a week or so after your last transmission with him. And I said, "Hey man, I'm an antique plate collector. I live very close to where the Crivelli dealership is, you know."
I mean, you keep dropping the name, but it's fine.
Yeah, who cares? It's going to be on display. It says it right on it.
No, it's not going to. We'll see. We'll black that out.
Yeah,
you know.
But who cares? Either way,
it's free real estate.
Yeah, whatever. Go buy a car from Crivelli. I don't give a shit. We're done. But
he's not going to bother them any. That guy's just in there.
Yeah, he's not trying to sell cars anyways.
Doesn't matter.
Don't give a shit if you buy or not.
Stay one.
Just do it or don't.
Obviously, I'm busy.
And get out of my office.
I'm busy here, guys.
Can't you see? I'm fucking turgid and edging so hard. I'm not selling you a car right now.
No, just take it.
Just take the keys are over there.
Deal with it later, guy.
So anyways.
Thank you.
So I messaged this motherfucker on eBay and said, "Hey man, I'm a collector. I live close to the dealership. This would be a great piece to have for my collection here. It's a little steep, a little, rich for my blood. Let me know I don't know if I said, what's your bottom dollar?" Yeah. And he said, "Oh, hey, cool. Thanks for the interest." He immediately sent me a private offer for $50 plus shipping. So I messaged him back instantly and said, "Hey, I appreciate you going out of your way to drop the price. It's just still a little steep.
Less than you were going to sell it to the fucking foot guy for.
Exactly.
Or more than you were going to sell it to the foot guy for.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
So I said, if you're hurting on inventory space, or you need to turn and burn, or you're sitting on it too long, come, reach back out to me. Maybe we can make a deal. But either way, appreciate the fast response and all that." And he's like, "Oh, of course, you're welcome." As if like he's going to sell it. And then I unwatched it. That was my last ditch effort, my Hail Mary, to say like, "Hey, there's only one other person watching it now, and it's you."
It's the foot guy.
It's the foot guy. And now he didn't respond. I thought immediately that was going to be like, shit. That was I was his Hail Mary, and it didn't work.
I was going to get a message, but I'm sure, like I said, I'm going to give it a little time. Maybe next week, closer towards Christmas. Like, hey, I'm still looking at these things. I'm the only one.
My daughter really loves feet too, and it's almost Christmas time. Do you think you can drop the price a little bit for my foot-loving daughter?
I'll simply just tell him, hey, I'm the only one watching this. I can see it on here.
It's simple.
Simple as.
You're not going to sell it, guy.
40 shipped. Actually, 38 shipped now.
Yeah.
He's been fucking me around.
Let's go. Maybe he'll go to 40 then after that.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see. I'm not going to pay a dollar over.
No, it's 40. Just not. It's a freebie giveaway promoter type license plate that you get.
Fucking.
It might be steel, but
no, it's aluminum.
Oh, it is an aluminum plate?
Of course, he described it in the fucking listing.
I didn't even
by
read
the
it.
way, he added after, I didn't realize this, but after, because he had originally listed this plate, after I had told him, like, in my initial message, like, you'd probably be better off catering to, like, foot guys and, like, foot people. He changed the title of the listing to include Bigfoot, Sasquatch, foot and feet.
Foot and feet. He's like, well, I guess I
will work that angle.
But no.
Well, because I'm the only one. I'm the only guy.
I'm telling you right now, guy, if you ever watch this,
fuck you.
Fuck you, first of all.
That's first and foremost.
You're never going to sell it. Mm-mm. You're never going to sell it unless it's us. We are a niche market.
He's going to die with that fucking plate.
We're going to have to find him.
Fucking next to kin is just going to toss it in the fucking trash.
Yep. That you could have got $40
or they're going to offload it to another dealer for pennies on the dollar, and we're going to buy it for 15 shipped.
Yep. Yeah.
Simple as.
Well, we do know too that the previous seller that had an identical plate sold for $20
shipped,
which I still think is still overpriced for a fucking plate that's
I'd pay
promoter. I would have,
Absolutely.
for what we want to do. We got a nice place we can put it up here.
So we're gonna do our own thing. Probably make our
Yeah.
own sign.
Most likely, yes.
Because I'm not gonna pay more than $40 for the thing, and he's that I know what I got boomer. So we'll see where it goes. But expect a foot sign up in here at some point in time.
Whether that be neon, whether that be at least a plate, something.
We'll probably. Well, I do want a real neon sign in here.
This is cool for now. It's just a little aesthetic, but this is
Yeah.
not our end goal.
No, it's not ambient enough for me. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see where we end up. I'd like to make a temporary sign, but we'll see. You know.
Yeah, we will see. If the video works, I am crossing my fingers and toes and twigging berries and all that this goes through and we're able to edit it. We're gonna know as soon as we are done with the pod today. We're gonna start that process and see if make it happen. If it works, I'll have it chopped, ready to go to upload for 2 weeks from now.
I went fishing today.
Let's talk about it.
I didn't catch anything.
Damn.
I hooked 2 muskie, but
Damn.
couldn't get him in. It was a real slow bite. They were like,
Snags are actually hooks.
no, actually hooked.
Nice.
Them. They but just like spillway where I was fishing, a lot of current because the spillway's open. So hard to keep your bait because they stick hard to the bottom, I think, in the current breaks and whatnot, and just they sit there and wait for stuff. So it's hard to keep your lure in the zone because the water is moving really fast. And the water was like freezing cold because it's fucking December. So they're real slow to bite, and it feels like it's just a little tap. So like sometimes I feel like I'm bumping rocks when it's actually a fish, and so I don't set the hook like properly. So couldn't do it today, but we'll get there.
Well, it's about getting out there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's time in the seat, just like hunting, just like anything you do. If you don't put yourself in the position to do it, you're not going to do it. So even this podcast, if we're going to do anything with it in the future, we have to continue to sit here and do it.
I mean, I'm going to do it regardless.
Yeah. I'm getting it did right now.
What'd you do today?
What did I do today?
I heard you had a little issue with a project you were working on today.
Excuse me, gaseous. I had a customer vehicle in here, and I was supposed to be doing axles and brakes all the way around.
Yeah.
So I loaded the vehicle in last night, started on it as to not impede on the
podcast.
The Guinness Miss Christmas, the podcast, everything going on today. Yeah, the chi. But lo and behold, I pull the vehicle in, and well, it's solid front axle. So
like I could have told you that.
It's a 2500.
It's a fucking diesel truck.
It's gonna have a solid front axle.
Simple.
Not necessarily true, but
newer like bitch made stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way,
Is it 12 valve?
Should have known.
Valve?
Don't know. Is it a third gen Cummins? Second gen Cummins?
It's a third gen Ram, but I don't know what year is it?
Don't know. 09 maybe?
It's probably 24 valve.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, so it was easy. Made Swiss cheese out of my day. It was super simple.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to just do the back brakes.
It's also a clean vehicle. Very clean.
Very clean, rust free, especially for this generation Dodge.
Very to find in general, but let alone around here in the Rust Belt.
Good machine, but hey, made easy work today. I called him up, said, "Listen, man, you got the wrong parts. I'll do your back brakes, but I'm not doing front. They got to come off anyways to do the U joints because you can't do half shafts because they don't exist. Yeah, these are they would be U joints on this is what he's referring to. I just didn't have the maybe he doesn't know. Well, obviously he doesn't know, but I got to rely on the customer. If I get someone coming in here and they say, I want X, Y, and Z done to your vehicle, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. It's not my job to do the research or do the part searching,
here
whatever.
Are the parts. Here's everything.
Yeah.
Please do it.
Right. And it can't sit here either because I'm limited in real estate. So you got to put it back together, take it. And now guess what? You got to fit back in the schedule.
Crazy story. You're talking about real estate and working on cars and stuff. Not to cut you off.
Of course not.
But there's this towing company in Pittsburgh that has recently come under some flack for the amount of money they're charging people to tow their cars. So
Really?
this lady, this is just an example that I was reading in the paper. This was also a couple weeks ago, but you reminded me of it. So this lady, fender bender, for those of you who don't know, the tow trucks are furious. Like there's people, tow truck drivers have shot each other, beat each other up.
Absolutely. That's turf,
Chasing after
like turf
tows,
war
turf,
shit.
literally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when there's an accident, they're always like parked around the city, like near the entrances of the highways and stuff, and like
Where there's most likely to be an accident.
well, that or easy access. To
Oh,
get
I'm following
somewhere.
you. Yep.
So you'll see them parked around, just idling, waiting for the call. They listen to the police scanner, shit like that. So this example in the story, this lady fucking got in a fender bender, couldn't drive her car because it was leaking coolant. So they towed her car. It was there for 3 days. Guess how much they were going to charge her?
I would have said 3 days. Was it 3 days at the tow yard?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet it was $1,000
$14,000
for 3 days.
Yes.
I think 1,000 is high for 3 days.
1,000 is ridiculous.
Yeah,
So it's something that
14,000. That's probably worth more than that fucking car. I don't know what it was.
It was a 3 Series, newer 3 Series.
Oh, okay.
So no, and it's like the city's not doing anything to stop it allegedly, and it's like the shadiest fucking shit.
What's your back down there, man?
Don't tow my fuck. I'm just gonna drive it home.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that tow yard.
Try to tow it.
Yeah, good luck. And if you have a problem, call me, because if they try and boot or do something, I'll just cut that fucking boot off with my
give a
torch.
shit. Well,
I'll literally
I was
bring a
gonna
torch
say,
down and go.
I'm not
gone.
concerned about that. Number one, my car's a piece of shit. So
Doesn't matter. It's a principle.
oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not fucking. It's just absurd that you can do that. Like that they can legally, quote unquote, do that. It's fucking ridiculous.
At that point too, depending on what kind of vehicle, like if let's just say it was you and it got in there,
Worth more than the car.
take the car.
Well, I'm
Fuck you.
not doing that.
I mean, no, because they'll just sell it and then they'll make money off that car too.
But no, you're gonna get the cocksuit off of you, obviously.
Oh yeah, I don't know how they can
the city
justify it.
needs to fucking regulate that to some degree.
See, I went with $1,000 because that to me is
that's-
overpriced, but
fair.
still
Fair
something you can
enough.
say like, "Hey, you need to get on your shit. I don't have the space
Yeah.
for your car to come here, so come here and deal with it." So,
Completely agree. But
it's still overpriced, but it's overinflated to say, "Hey, get here and get your car."
understandable. I can reason with that number.
Yeah.
But not $14,000.
14,000. So I'm not a math guy. So what is the day rate then here? And there's probably some other
Plus towing
fees
and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh, so that's everything included with it. I see.
But still, $14,000.
Oh yeah, I'm not agreeing with that in any capacity.
I wouldn't expect you to unless
my Lord.
we open up a towing business. And then
Then
that's
it's
fair.
okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair for us. 'Cause
That's if you just divide it 3 times. And I understand that towing fees and all
$3,500 a
that.
day.
$4,666 per day. That dude's sitting there jerking harder than the Bigfoot guy every time he sees a car in his fucking lot.
It's absurd to me. Like,
Oh, bro.
you were talking about space and storage. And
Yeah, that's all. I mean, it's
fucking absurd.
It does. Just space alone in this world does have a value, right?
Well,
so, like when I have a customer here, you can leave stuff sit here all you want, but I still will have to charge you a rate to have something sit because I'm limited on space to move stuff around, and it's a liability if something's sitting here.
I don't want to. I mean, I could be drunk one night and just ride the quad into something. I don't know.
Yeah, and you're not going to pay for it.
I've done it before.
Right?
I'll do it again.
It's people just have to understand it. The average person that doesn't run any sort of business or do anything on the side, they just don't get it because until you have to deal with those day-to-day operations.
Yeah, you don't understand the logistics and the complications.
They have
the bullshit.
Yeah, it has to incur a fee, and it's not just me trying to,
get one over.
Yeah, it's legitimate disservice to me to have your shit here.
I mean, number one, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Correct, unless you buy it for me.
And somebody's always paying for it.
Yeah, not me though.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah, right.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah, no, you're right. That you're right.
Yes. But yeah, that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I do a little stuff here and there, obviously.
Pro bono.
Yeah.
Pro boner.
Unless you leave your stuff here.
Well, then I mean, Junkman Gene might come and get it.
Yeah, he's my tow guy. I call when I got something. I call him up. He comes down and takes it. And it's gone in a night.
Well, it
cuts it to pieces.
It never existed, to be quite frank. I've never seen it before.
Oh, it's funny as shit.
Yeah, the cameras just weren't on.
Shame. My Wi-Fi was jammed.
Jeffrey Epstein style, just weren't on.
Very convenient.
Well, it's convenient inconveniently.
Very inconveniently convenient.
It's a convenient inconvenience.
It sure is. Worked out for someone.
Me.
Wow. Yeah.
Not you, obviously.
I don't know.
Gene made his cut too,
He always gets his cut. He always gets his man,
He tries. He doesn't have a license, but he tries. He still tries.
We are going to be graced with the presence of Derek tonight.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen him in a long time.
I still want to use him now that the podcast is going. I'd like to use him as a disclaimer and put it on one of these.
Well, we have the OG.
Nope. It was on the hard drive that shit.
Well, I haven't even checked the hard drive.
Oh, okay. So we have a lot of, we talked about this before.
Archive.
Yeah, probably 40 episodes of stuff.
Yeah, we were probably going for a year. But
it really pissed me off. They were beat.
Too edgy. No, sorry, there's some fucking gold in there.
Well, right, but what I mean is quality. They're beat.
Absolutely.
You can hear the furnace and like
the baby.
The equipment, everything. The equipment. My wife walked down and be like, "Are you guys podcasting?" Like, no.
No, we're not. We're just sitting here.
But yeah, I think if we can ever recover those files, I think we ought to have some sort of
We'll sift through the nuggets.
Something, because
we can't release some of that stuff.
We cannot. Not on the syndicate because it's
too edgy.
Right. So it's going to be a pay only. Like you paid to hear
like OnlyFans
kind of
situation.
Kind of. Something that where like you have to agree to a terms like this is not
terms.
Yeah, this is not acceptable.
It's mostly sexual.
There's a lot. There is some.
We talk. I mean, like I said, we won't go into detail.
It would make Howard Stern cry. Some of the stuff.
Oh, for Howard Stern, definitely.
What'd I say?
Howard Stern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I said something different the way you said.
Howie Mandel is what you thought you said.
No, it would make Howard Stern go back into hiding for another 2 years, like he did with COVID. He didn't leave his house or something that.
I mean, what the fuck is the? What is the? There was a. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking of. There's this prank call that people used to do in like C-SPAN and stuff, talking about Howard Stern's penis.
I don't know what it is.
We can roll some of that footage. Just look it up out there. It's some funny shit. People would call into C-SPAN, like the public broadcasts. Like people, call in for political, like it's political commentary, analysts, stuff like that. They cover all that shit, and it's public TV. And people are like, what do you think of Howard Stern's penis? And they cut him off real quick. Because they got wise to it eventually, but a lot of good prank calls.
Oh, that's funny.
There. Check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
You will.
I will. Yeah, I'll do it as soon as we get off the air. As soon as that sign shuts off.
You don't really get off. You kind of get off when I leave. It's pretty normal.
I mean, I'm kind of doing butterflies right now. Like I'm always
right now.
Yeah, I'm ready to get off, but I control it.
Yeah, you're on the edge the entire time.
Like I want you to know, like I could, like you're in my crosshairs. I could, but I would never.
You wouldn't, because I would blast you.
Yeah, but I could.
I would blast you so hard and so fast.
But it's more or less. I just want you to know I could.
No, I'm not saying you couldn't.
But I would never.
But I'm saying you wouldn't dare.
I would not dare, no. Like you said the last time we were talking this, I think off air, by the time you got that second rope out, you'd be a dead man.
You'd be Swiss cheese,
I got one, though.
Well, it does. I mean, you can say that on your headstone.
Yeah, I got one. Got one rope.
That.
One rope king.
But I mean, you might miss, too. That's the other thing.
Oof, and then I'm still dead. Because it was an assault. It was headed towards you.
It's a gamble. Well, it's coming right for me. Right. What am I supposed to do?
Literally.
I was just defending myself, Your Honor. Your Majesty.
If it pleases the crown.
If it pleases the cock. That's what I say.
It does.
It does. Go on.
What else we got, man? There's got to be some, I want some lighthearted stuff.
I don't know.
For the viewers, since it might actually work.
The Guinness Miss. We got more people coming over. Derek, we haven't seen Derek in a long time.
Yeah.
So cool.
Lil Mike's coming over again. He was a guest. I think you guys heard him last week.
Yeah, a couple pods. The gang conspires.
Yeah. It's a good one. He got real nutty.
Oh, he got very drunk. It happens.
If he can't hang, he can't hang. I get it.
No, it's not that he couldn't hang.
Oh, he could definitely hang, but
I just think
he wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, we'll see. when there's video, and like if the video thing works out, it'll be cool. Like we need like, I'm thinking more angles, you know?
Yeah, well, I'd like to do, if this works out, we'll do, like you said, at least 2 angles, and then we'll get all the raw. Then once we get them into the
We can
workshop, we can say, when I'm talking, it goes to me.
talking.
Yeah. Excuse me. They have cameras now that do that. That, I don't know how they set them up, but it automatically detects the audio. So where the audio is coming from, pans.
We had that in our office.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did it move the camera or did it switch between cameras?
It moved the camera.
Really?
I mean, it would switch too because there was 2 cameras, so it would focus. I mean, it would like a dual clutch transmission. It was
very cool.
Had both gears selected at the same time.
Very cool. So
very cool, Kanye.
Yes. So it must have been a like a conference type room.
Yeah.
Like, so you guys are doing Zooms or whatever.
It's a Cisco product, I'm pretty sure.
Like the food production Cisco?
No, Cisco, like the telecommunications. But it was dog shit. It fucking barely worked.
Damn.
Barely.
Well, it's cool in thought.
There was a lot of. The one conference room was nice because it had a mute button. So whenever like you would hear the CCO, he'd mute and be like, he's talking shit about somebody.
Something like that, where you're just muted.
Fuck you. Basically, yeah. It was very disrespectful because you could see him on video. He's obviously pressing this button.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. I'm not listening to that.
Well, you are listening, but you just can't hear what he's saying.
Right.
Very funny.
That is. Yeah,
Very
eventually if this goes a little further, we'll upgrade some equipment. We'll get better at what we're doing. We'll devote a little bit more time. Now, this is we do it once a week, essentially. And sometimes during the week, we'll go in our own endeavors to try to help the production. But for the most part, it's a 1 day a week part-time thing.
Slowly but surely get better. It's a work in progress, like anything.
Sure.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
It was not. It was probably really cool.
Probably some slave labor, but
Well, I almost guarantee. I was thinking more or less right before the fall of Rome was probably a pretty crazy time to be there. A lot of degeneracy. It's almost like now, really strange. Like we're living in it.
Where are the bathhouses is what I'm asking.
Yeah, where are they at?
Where's the island?
Disgusting Greek smelly bathhouses.
Well, it's not. I mean, there's a fucking. No offense to anybody that's Greek, but there's a saying out there. The Greeks invented sex, but the Romans invented sex with women. Is the saying something like that to that degree?
Well, listen, my geography's bad, so Greece was in Rome, or no, Greece.
It's an island chain, I believe, off of the southern part of Italy.
So modern day Roma.
That's more towards the upper part of the boot. Towards the mainland Europe, I believe.
I see. Okay, I'd have to look at a map because I didn't know if they were intertwined. As far as if you're a Greek, or you're a Roman.
Sure, well, yeah. If you're Italian, you were Roman. I'm sure. I don't know if Greece was always its own thing from Rome. I don't.
Yeah, see, I don't know enough either.
The historical aspect, I'm not sure.
All I know is that's like one of the biggest. What would you call superpowers, right?
Vatican City, yeah.
You're
talking about the Roman Empire.
Yes, like of historic.
Yeah, there was a lot of. I mean, the Mongol Empire too.
That's true. They fucked.
They killed a lot of people.
They fucked first.
Well, that just goes hand in hand.
Yeah, they went around everywhere.
The spoils of war. I mean,
they had nothing better to do, man. They didn't have iPads and.
I guess that's probably what did it.
I'm bored. I have to go.
I'm bored. I gotta go get my nut and fucking kill some people. I don't know. I really don't. Truly. There's the Byzantine Empire. There's a lot of like Alexander the Great. The English Empire, obviously, if we're talking about more modern history.
What about now? Caesar was Rome,
France
right?
And Spain also had big. More modern empires.
I guess they all rise and fall depending on the time. We're probably due for a fall here pretty quick.
There's a pretty common trend.
350 years?
Society, well, I think it's 200-ish years. But yeah, that 200 to 300-ish time frame is generally what they last for. But Roman Empire is a little longer than that. I think it was, I want to say, I'm going to sound stupid. I don't know. We can fact check later, but I think it was a little longer than that. But They always...
Julius Caesar, was that a Roman?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
2A Brute.
He's the one that got really knifed up.
I mean, some say he was raped to death.
You know someone who got
Butt
knifed
fucked
up.
to death.
You know someone who got knifed up
Oh, recently, yeah.
in
I know.
prison. Yeah,
Old Derek Chauvin.
yeah.
That's sort of, I mean, him in general, you know, he's kind of one of those.
Since yeah,
It's unfortunate that he gets stabbed by former FBI informant. Kind of weird.
yeah.
Right as you're like trying to appeal this charge that you might actually get off, like,
You ain't getting off now.
no. Well, I think he's, I don't know if he's, I think he's still alive, but I think he's in critical condition.
Oh yeah, he got stabbed. I heard he only got stabbed like
22 times.
yeah. I thought it was like 11 times, but
No, well, you're getting shanked in prison, so you're getting that.
as many as you can wherever they land. Yeah.
Well, normally the gut and the side, the back, you know. Bro, it's scary shit.
Fuck that. Seriously, fuck that.
I'm going to just blast you.
I'd rather get shot than fucking like. I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Because you're probably going to die either way.
The knife is a very, well, you know what they say about a knife fight.
Dirty.
The loser dies in the street. The winner dies in the ambulance.
Oh,
Hospital.
yeah. Yeah, right. Right.
But, yeah. Well, knife fight is much more intimate.
Sure.
You're very close.
Sure.
Very personal.
Don't like it.
It's, I mean, well, it's like that scene in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's jamming it right into him. Oh, yeah.
He got
Yeah.
off. He had a boner. I saw.
Oh, yeah. Terrible. Hated that scene.
Because you're just talking about it.
I
right now.
don't like it. Yeah, hated it.
Well, I mean, I think there's probably worse ways to die. You know.
Oh, of course. You can be Chinese and be in a warehouse.
Well, that's
You
pretty
get
quick.
sucked up
That's-
in a lathe
That's pretty
or-
quick usually. So
Yeah,
that's
right.
probably not that bad.
Sucked into a escalator or whatever.
Yeah, the escalators there. That's a big thing.
Why do they not have safety measures on their fucking escalators?
Well, it's because Chinese are getting heavier and heavier as they become more westernized.
Oh,
You know.
I see.
So they're not escalators just aren't built like that.
They're not displacing the weight accordingly.
Yeah,
And
you know, it's not OSHA certified.
of course, no. There's no
sure.
OSHA in China.
Well, there probably is something, but it's
I bet it. Whatever it is,
probably
it's-
pretty lax.
Yeah, oh
Pretty
yeah.
lax.
Laissez-faire.
Well, you know, I mean,
Is that what it is?
laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire.
I don't know. French speakers can correct us there, but you know, yeah, it's sort of whatever. You know,
Damn, to be a Chinese warehouse worker
the sweatshop.
or your sweatshop or
Like I said,
machine shop.
I will say, going back to our merchandise,
Ah.
American made, 100% printed in America in Pittsburgh.
No Chinese
No
workers.
slave labor, no slave labor that I know of
Yep.
involved.
None of them had to die for these shirts.
Yep, very fair trade. Like I said, shirts are USA made, printed here in Pittsburgh.
We don't have an official price for you yet. We have to get them, check the quality, make sure we
we'll
accept
see.
them, and then we will come through. They will obviously going to be a little steeper than probably some of the random merch that you get from other places.
Obviously, like I said, we wanted to make sure that it was American made, printed here in Pittsburgh. That was sort of a
but right there where your flag is, baby.
big deal. You know, like I said, that
To me, it's a big deal.
well, the koozies, it's just out of our control, but definitely that's ideally all of our merch. We want to be as local as possible.
Yeah, as much. And, if it's not,
If it's more money, sorry guys, but
yeah. And if it's not, though, American made or whatever, we'll do our best to
Yeah.
at least let you know. I mean, we're not going to lie
I'll
to
let
you.
you know. It's not like fucking LBT
Right.
that got burned for it.
I know a couple
Railroad
companies,
contracts.
yeah.
We're going to be Barry compliant as much as we can.
Absolutely.
Who's Barry?
Oh, Barry Badgerneth.
Barry Badger. Who's Barry Badger now?
We should get him on our team. Beer Fest, everybody.
It's another Broken Lizard. Great
Fantastic.
films. We should get him on the pod.
I bet they would. They're kind of washed up. They probably have enough. They have plenty enough money.
I'm sure
They'll be
do.
fine.
Residuals from
Absolutely.
all the reruns that they got.
I don't think they're making anything new. They're getting pretty old.
Maybe with us, we'll get a little pep in their step. You know.
They'll bring us to rise. You know what I mean? Like rise our power. Like bring us to
Yeah,
fame.
they'll like pass the torch.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. That's a word, a phrase I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, we could make Super Troopers 3.
Oh yeah. We gotta go to Canada.
Well, I don't know about that. Trudeau's kind of a bitch made, so.
And his nipples.
It's the nipples
His
for me.
nipples are so...
It's the nipples for me.
They look exactly like Fidel Castro's nipples. It's the same.
I'm convinced that he is the son of Fidel Castro. I
don't have hard facts, but...
No, but it's just look at the guy. You know, look at his nips.
He could just be a doppelganger. You know?
A clone, yeah, probably.
Sure.
Probably
yeah.
a clone.
I bet does he smoke cigars, I wonder?
I bet he does. In private. Not in public, because that's too...
That's too obvious.
Yeah.
He's got a cigar smoker.
That's
That's
the
fucking
dots.
him.
People are going to connect the dots.
Yeah, right.
Have a little beret on, like it's,
Yeah.
That's too obvious.
Oh, that's funny. So there was something I wanted to bring up, and I don't know enough about it to talk in full, but I wanted to
let's
at least breach it. I
toss
believe
it.
it's called Section 4 or 702 that is being... I don't know if they're trying to prevent it from being passed or be passed. Now, I don't have a lot of information, so I'm going to sound like a real boob when I'm doing this here.
I didn't do any research because you
Right, I did it briefly. So all I know is this title or this section 702, whether it has something to do with the warrants used or use of a warrant to gain information, right? In the event of a terror, like war on terror shit. So this was probably implemented during
Patriot
the Bush, not senior, Bush Jr. era.
Patriot Act.
Patriot Act. That's it. So I know that when I was watching the news the other day, they were claiming that they were begging for this to pass. I believe someone can check me out there if they hear about it, or if I got this wrong. All I know is it's important information. I just don't have enough about it to really be swayed. But if
You should have came prepared, guy.
I should have, but if I understand it correctly, it is warrantless information and data retrieval.
See, that already exists today. I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's about to expire, is what I understand, is this section that I'm talking about.
Of the Patriot Act. Or
The 702, this section of that, probably,
Interesting.
So they want to renew it because of all the heightened threat of terror right now because of Israel and Palestine.
Well, that and the very porous border.
Porous
south.
to say the least, yes.
A lot of Chinese people.
Impervious,
A lot of
if you will.
Chinese
Or no.
people coming through.
Pervious.
Fighting against men.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
if this is what I understand correctly, we cannot allow it to be renewed. Cannot, because we can't have warrantless access to everything under the guise of potential terror. You can't.
I agree with you, but they're going to fucking do it regardless.
They'll find a way.
All these three-letter agencies, they don't really talk to each other, but they do share information between each other.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I don't like
Ask
that.
Jacqueline. She watches all that murder porn with like CIA and FBI, and
Yeah,
you
but
know.
that's a lot of that's like very fluffed. Like,
Of course, yeah.
like,
She
oh,
watches the one.
We fucking did the ballistics on this gun, and like this is the gun. It's like, no, you can't. You can probably say like we have it on good authority that this type of gun,
Yeah.
based on the rifling. And,
They make it for entertainment purposes,
Yeah,
obviously,
absolutely.
too.
Yeah.
The one that kills me is, I forget the name of it. It's about like serial killers or
well, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll go on, but I forget what it is. But it's CIA or something. They're all in fucking Quantico.
CSI.
Not CSI. It's another one.
well, I don't know.
Well, they're all hanging out in Quantico, right? Just ready to go on the ready. So they make us
Monaco or Quantico.
Quantico. It's,
Oh.
I believe it's Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a Monaco guy, but yeah.
Well, sure. Now they sit here and they talk about like, oh, we're looking at this board of like a Charlie,
Pins and needles, yeah.
doing all this stuff. It's like,
Strings.
and then all of a sudden they get a call. It's like, we have someone in in Montana that's like, we have a good lead, and I think right now they're being held hostage. So they jump on a Gulf Stream in like 2 seconds. The whole crew gets on it, flies out there. And they get there and they're all in battle gear. And of course, you got the one that looks like a nerd, the big fatty with the glasses that sits at the big computer screen.
Where's the tits, the TNA? Because that's essential.
Well, that's one of the main ones that
that's
go out
essential.
there.
Well,
yeah.
you start talking about that. I mean,
Well, of
you're
course.
kind of losing me a little bit.
But it's funny that you got the big fat one with glasses in like a dark room with a big computer screen.
Yeah, the fucking Dennis Nedry.
Yeah, and they go,
You know.
"Can you pull up the coordinates for this?" And it goes, "Enhance."
Enhance.
And then you got obviously the gay nerd that's like one of the cops, but like he's
very, very femme.
I could tell you all about the physics of this and this and this. And then you got the hard black guy that's like, ooh, we're gonna get her, let's get him, you know. And then you got the tit bitch, and she's just, you know, loves the black dude naturally. And then you have it's like it's none of it's real. It's BS.
Yeah.
But she loves that shit. Women love murder porn.
Yeah, that's standard procedure.
And they always get
fantasy versus reality.
They always get the bad guy just right in time, like holding him at the neck. And then you got the gay nerd that makes the shot from the back, gets it perfect, you know.
So, you know, I don't believe that.
It's all that, you know.
Yeah. Standard.
I forget what it's called. Jacqueline, if you listen to this, let me know what it's called. The ones that I always bitch that they jump on this golf stream in like 2 seconds and they're anywhere in the United States in 2 seconds.
Not how a plane works, but yeah.
Not only not how a plane works, but
not how aircraft.
Not how the activation time and
keep it in the air.
Let's go.
We gotta keep it fueled up. Keep it gassed
we got to
up.
go right now. I mean, we got to be here right now. Shut up. They're always running around flashing their badges. We're here. You know, like excuse us. You know, and then
I can't even read that. So what are you doing?
The classic scene where you get your local cops eating donuts, and they're like, "Yeah, well, no, sir, you can't come." They go jam it in their face, like, "Excuse me, FBI or CIA or whatever it is," and
BBC,
BBW, whatever.
Jail over your B. Don't wear a C.
I would never wear a C.
I'd refuse to. It's not worth it.
Well, what do you have any other topics or anything?
No. I had something, but it's related. But we can
not important.
We can save it for another.
All right. I mean,
it's old, but it's funny shit.
We gotta get used to this. I'm like,
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, right.
What do I do with my hands?
We got video, so
see that.
Let's hope it works. Again, my twig and berries are still crossed, hoping that it will work, and we'll know here shortly. If not,
really inverted.
We'll do this again for a third time, and hopefully a third time won't be a failure. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Remember, 412-613-1116 if you want to give the hotline a call or a text.
Social media, YINZBOYZ.com. The real YINZBOYZ at gmail.com.
Lay it on us. All right.